Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. It is guilty of being a game that is known too well by the players to actually be Let's Played. Objection! I present to you Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes.
Yep.
What's up, YouTube? This is Arlie O'Shea as usual. I'm Max.
I'm Rhino. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Alright, for this entire Let's Play, I'm calling you Rhino. I'm going to do that for as long as I can. Alright, so...
This is what I get for eating right before recording.
Yeah, I mean, I did the same thing. I had a bagel. So, here's the thing about this game. Like I said, Rhino and I don't know if Rhino's played it, but he's definitely seen this game played, or at the very least, he knows everything that happens in this game. This is the original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and...
I watched a Let's Play.
Yeah, he watched a Let's Play, and not only have I played this, I've also seen the anime, I've seen the musical for this game twice, and played it a couple times. So, it says something about how well I know this game, and how boring it would be to watch a Let's Play of it, that I was able to play through these 4 first cases in a single 6-hour sitting.
Oh, so that's what you were doing all yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's what I did last night. But, so, Rise from the Ashes, however, I have played some of it. I've played the first 2 investigation segments and the first trial segment. I don't remember any of it besides a couple of the characters. And I know who of the characters testifies in the first trial. But that's about it. Rhino, I don't think, knows anything about Rise from the Ashes.
I think I vaguely know the design of one character.
Yeah, so he's basically on the same boat as when we did the last case of Trials and Tribulation, or Justice for All. One of those two, where once again you knew like nothing except possibly one of the characters. Something like that. But yeah, we're gonna play through this in between Trials and Tribulations and Apollo Justice, because this did actually come out after Trials and Tribulations. It was added to the original Phoenix Wright as part of the DS port. So, technically, we're still doing it in release order. Let's start. And as is necessary, I will explain things that happened in the previous cases of the game. But for the most part, they do the explaining for me.
It was a dark and stormy night in...
Japan.
Stabbin' Town.
Stabbin' Town. Also, yeah, they actually have video going on here.
What the hell?
Dun-dun-dun! Dun-dun-dun!
Oh, there were 2 stabbings on the same night, okay.
That's why it's called Stabbin' Town. Just Stabifornia.
And then the Blue Badger was involved.
The victim was the Blue Badger!
Kind of looks like Mia's silhouette for some reason.
The Blue Badger was the victim.
They stabbed his concept.
It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. At the end of the case 1-4, but then she comes back in case 2-1. But whatever, moving on. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took.
Well, no wonder you don't get paid.
That is, until the day that girl showed up. Also, he doesn't have the Magatama, which means we don't have to worry about that shit.
Oh, what's his game mechanic then?
We talk to witnesses. Wrinkle offices.
Going old school.
Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. Same. You.
There you are, finally. Oh, it's you.
It's Maya 2.0. Just give her Maya's voice and everything will work.
I mean, I pretty much did just now. Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow.
Who are you?
Doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. You're the famous defense attorney, Ema Skye. Oh, you're not Ema Skye, are you?
Was it my lack of boobies that tipped you off? I'm sorry, but Ms. Ema Skye no longer works here on this plane of existence.
So you are the coffee boy?
No, that's Godot. I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney.
Right. Wait. You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case?
Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though.
That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now.
But you are Phoenix Wright, right?
Right.
The undefeated defense attorney?
Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere without the dog licking you.
I got him to back off.
Okay. Just the wet sound, just ugh.
Please, I'm out of time.
But even my dog doesn't like you being here. You hear him? You hear him over there? That's what I thought.
Please, you have to help. It's my sister.
The dog is your sister?
Ghost of Maya.
Maya. Could it be? That's not Maya, Phoenix! Okay, I'll hear you out.
Solely because you look like this girl. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Ema Skye. I'm a scientific investigator.
More like a scientific investigator. Hey!
Ooh.
Do we need to wait for you to get spectered back off?
Okay, this should work.
Okay. Just because, like, it's fine if it like, muting yourself when he's doing that is fine, but he's also doing it when you're talking, so that's the issue. So, alright.
It's just when he decides to walk on over and stick his face next to mine.
Scientific investigator? Alright! Actually,
as opposed to your bullshit magic investigating, which you know you do, and what now?
Okay, we can go to the detention center. I was wondering if we could actually go anywhere. Alright. Ema, was it? So you're a scientific investigator?
Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? Well, I'm more used to magic investigation.
No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young?
Jumpy is not the word I would use for her. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year, which I think is Maya's age.
No, but at the time of this case, Maya, I don't have Maya in here, but I believe Maya was said to be 17 in an earlier case in this game, so that means Ema is currently 15.
In that case, I'm going to voice the button on Emma's pocket there.
Oh, I see. Wait, only 16?
I'm said to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less.
So what exactly is your current position, then?
Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less.
Great.
See your catchphrase.
Another future professional in training. The case! Tell me about the case! So what's this
I just realized she has this school uniform under that lab coat.
Oh, is that what that is?
Well, I mean, she's got the blazer, she's got the bow tie, and she's got a skirt that all like match roughly. Where if you would imagine it without the coat, it looked a hell of a lot like a school uniform.
I guess that's fair. I just see it, and to me, it kind of just looks like a more casual version of Maya's like outfit, which I thought was kind of what they were going for. With just she's wearing purple. That's about it.
I mean, she's also got like the pale peach undershirt under all of it.
Ah, yeah, fair enough. So what's this about a case? You set the trials tomorrow?
My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife in 2 different places in the same city.
So it's a murder case.
I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's scientific fact.
And there's a witness.
Just talk to her. You have to talk to her.
Right. I suppose I will.
I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but...
That's interesting. How would she know Mia? So, you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then?
Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know.
Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one.
I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you?
Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm.
This case is handled scientifically. I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared.
Your sister?
I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done.
I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. I mean, he says that it's weird to want to be like a scientific investigator when you grow up. Back when I was in like elementary school, I wanted to be a homicide detective. So, back when everybody was like, I'm gonna be an astronaut, I'm gonna be a firefighter, I'm gonna figure out who killed people.
It was the astronaut. My sisters asked for her specifically. Mia Fey was a few years below her in school.
So she went to the same school as Mia.
She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. Which is an odd thing to just randomly tell your sister. Hey, if you ever get accused of a crime, go to this person. And, well, I need one.
I mean, didn't Mia tell Maya... Mia told Maya to go to Grossberg if she needed a defense attorney.
Is that just a thing that's in the standard sibling packet these days?
I mean,
like, here's a good place to get cheap food, here's a good grocery store, here's a good lawyer.
I mean, to be fair, apparently Mia and Lana, because I know her name, Lana, is Emma's sister. Mia and Lana went to the same school, so presumably Lana is also a lawyer. So theoretically that would just come up as in conversation.
Okay, fair enough.
And yeah, I didn't mean to actually blur out her name, but yeah, her name is Lana. I remember that much.
Lana Hart.
Incidentally, Mia is a woman.
Mia, yeah, I thought it was a little strange when I saw you two.
Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Oh god, not Cyclops. I don't even have a Magatama! Oh, okay.
Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her.
Huh? What is this concept, hating your sibling?
But she's my only family.
Your only family? What about your parents?
My parents are dead.
Close enough. Oh. I'm sorry. Alright, detention center. Real quick. I have my attorney's badge. And for profiles, we have Miles Edgeworth, a gifted prosecutor.
Which is kind of weird.
And a ruthless man who'd do anything to get a guilty verdict.
That's not even true anymore.
I mean, it's currently true. This is before Justice for All happened.
Right.
Dick Gumshoe, detective at the local precinct in charge of the initial investigation. Ema Skye, age 6, she's 15 right now, come on. High school junior and self-styled scientific investigator. Alright.
Why'd you say 15?
Because she said, I'll be 16 this year, meaning she is not yet 16. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. God, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am, it's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year, Understood, ma'am. What was that all about?
Hi, Lana.
Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing.
Look. I didn't want to come here either, okay? Your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney.
I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana. Ema Skye. I'm chief prosecutor.
Ema Skye.
Sorry about that. The guard gave me this squeaky toy to play with when I'm bored. I'm chief prosecutor for this district, and also I have medals, so apparently I'm in the military or some shit like that. You're a prosecutor? I'm hiding my hand. 2 sisters, 1 a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like...
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Alright, let's get talking the case. There's something you should know from the start. Which is... yes, squeak. Also, the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh?
The suspect you? But wait, the suspect is...
Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21 at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? Your subordinate's car trunk. Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed as it were. My. So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective.
A detective?
Yes, the victim was Gumshoe. Every time you see him in the future, it's actually Maya channeling him. What?
that mental image.
Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you. Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal.
This was the sound it made.
I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. I was waiting for it. The victim...
Okay, I'm done. I was kind of fucking with you for a while there.
I was wondering about that. How many of those were actually you, as opposed to Spectre?
All of them.
Even the first one?
Yep.
The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh.
What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean?
Well, it means... the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So, you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Her hand is bandaged.
Mm-hmm.
So either that's a Sonic Boom style fashion thing, or that's going to be important.
Lana?
Oh.
What happened to your hand?
Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is.
You're making this really hard.
I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. I need more practice. Can you break me out so I can kill you now?
Sure, let me just break the glass here.
How am I supposed to defend this squeaky toy? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her. Emma told you that too, did she?
I spilled all the beans. Also, I dragged him here.
Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. Even murder. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Oh. Excuse me?
Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school.
Sure, that's what you say. The fanfic writers are already having a field day. I was the best there was. Oh.
I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way.
It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you could plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you could take this case. None.
But Lana, you were always this way, weren't you? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how could you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana.
Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. Something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes.
Well,
There's something else going on here. And I'm going to find out what.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright.
Huh? About what?
About making you pay the cab fare back here to your office.
Son of a bitch.
My sister, she's not always like that, you know.
With the squeaky toy and everything?
Sometimes she wears shirts under her military jacket.
I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again.
She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her.
I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her?
I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... oh, maybe not.
Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go
Boy,
check...
it sure would be nice to have a magical Bakutama right now.
Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we?
Okay. Wee.
Here we go.
It's cleaner than I expected.
Yep. So this is the lot where it all happened.
Looks like that's a stepladder.
No. No! Also, this no investigating. Finding that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this.
Oh, right, she's shouty. Hey, everyone, keep up the good work.
Hey, what are you thinking?
Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello.
Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying to not stand out too much here, see? Hey there! Oh, it's him. You expect...
This is the guy whose character, whose, like, basic character view I saw.
You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner?
Wow, you're just taking everybody in this case, aren't you?
Hey, I told you I was taking him!
Oh. Partner?
What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner.
That's possibly the thickest accent I've ever heard. In text form, yours to each word. I need to be able to not understand the damn words you're saying. Mr. Marshall.
Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see?
No. Strike.
This is our claim, our territory. And the gold mine is evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, bambina. Was that a hombre, a friend of yours?
Hombre.
I imagine Phoenix wouldn't know.
Kind of. Sort of. Yeah, he's a detective.
Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems? Alright. Let's get to investigating. Alright, I will see what happens.
A ladder.
That's a step ladder.
What's the difference? In scientific terms, please.
Scientific, huh?
Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright.
This all seems so horribly familiar somehow.
That's a door!
I'm not sure that doors mean anything.
No, it won't open. A mysterious lock.
I failed to see what's mysterious about it.
Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more.
Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? There's something on the ground. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer.
Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright?
What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police.
I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything out of crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket.
How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me.
Dun dun. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay?
By the way her eyes were sparkling, I could tell she's been waiting for this.
Okay, now, look at the courtroom dagger. Blech. I almost said courtroom dagger.
The courtroom dagger.
You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining from every angle.
There,
I feel like we accomplished a lot.
I did it.
Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out. Press the examine button. Tutorials.
This is an ID card. Detective Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189.
See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful?
I'm not sure this is scientific investigation. All I did was look at something. I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID add to the court record.
Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find.
I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on.
Done an ATM.
Wait, I can...
So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin.
Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to.
You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone?
No, I'd be found out right away. Flashback to Edgeworth. Managing to get away with it.
Well, that's no fun.
Alright, back to examining. Whoosh! Boom, boom.